Hi guys, Jarrod here, and I have an unboxing video slash overview for you guys. See this little box? Well, it's an unmarked box, but it actually contains something awesome. So I'm gonna put this down here, and I've already actually gone through and taken everything out of here. If I could find... Okay, here we go. So, what could this be? Well, it's from Analogue Interactive, and let's see if you guys can read that. Basically what it says is, this is a beautiful set, enjoy, from Chris over at Analogue Interactive. Now, if you don't know anything about Analogue Interactive, they currently specialize in making consolized MVSs, Neo Geo MVSs, consolized MVSs. All right, if you guys remember from that video I did a while back where I talked about how to get into collecting for the Neo Geo, I had mentioned that consolized MVSs were pretty much the best way of going about getting into Neo Geo. And the reason for this is because the home platform, the AES, the carts are just insanely expensive. They go up into the multi-thousands of dollars. Now, I don't know about you, but if you want to pay that for a 2D game, you either have to be loaded or just in love with the games, the platform, what have you. Now, the problem with going the MVS route or the arcade cabinet route is that if you live in a place like me in this apartment here, I don't have much space, so having an arcade cabinet somewhere around here just isn't that practical. However, the games are far more affordable. I mean, for 200 bucks, you can pick up a handful of really excellent titles. Now, the other solution was the consolized MVS, and what that was is basically taking that arcade cabinet and taking the guts out of it and making a console out of it. And that's exactly what Analogue Interactive does, except they go one step further. When you see the workmanship involved here, it's out of this world, okay? So, let's start. Like I said, I've already opened this. This was in a gargantuan box before, loaded with all kinds of padding and what have you. But I wanted something a little more practical for the video and also just for storage purposes. So, this really is the best way of getting into the Neo Geo. The Upstart, or this package, is extremely expensive. However, you got to look at both sides of this, where if you bought an AES, it would cost you a lot just for the system, a couple $100, and then the games are, like I said, a couple hundred up to thousands of dollars. So in this case, you're going to pay up front potentially like between $600 and $1,000 depending, okay? But then afterwards for the games, you can pay $30, $15, $5 for the games. So in the long run, this is the best way of getting into the Neo Geo scene. Now, I just told you, this is not a cheap hobby. No matter how you do this, this is going to cost you money. For years, the Neo Geo was referred to as the Rolls-Royce for video game consoles, and that still remains true to this very day. If you don't have the money, then this is pretty much just moot. Like, just move on. Don't bother with this because it's extremely expensive. However, if you want the best of the best, Analogue Interactive makes it. I'm going to pretty much be probably one of the first people on YouTube to actually talk about the Black Label set, which is why I decided to pick this up over the Ashwood or the Walnut Wood consolized MVSs. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's dig into this box and see what we've got. So the first thing is a lovely AC adapter. What is so cool about this, though, is the fact that if I can figure out how this works, there you go. These guys designed this with universal remote applications. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is All you need to do is buy the end here if you live in the PAL regions or elsewhere. But this actual AC adapter is good for pretty much everything. See, you can input from 100 to 240 volts, which is perfect. So your bases are covered essentially with this little guy. So you get one of these. All right, got a whole bunch of cables here. These are your standard, this is S-Video. This is S-Video and composite, okay? Now, you'll notice here, this jack is the same for all video cables, which is just fantastic. Here we have component for newer televisions, and again, it's that same input into the console. When you see it, you'll understand. I'm just going by what I have here, guys. All right, next up we have, if I can find it, most important thing, Rgb Scart. Fantastic. And we have, again, that same universal input, or output, rather. So what's great about this is I'm going to be able to run this from the console into my upscaler and basically get the best possible picture quality on a modern-day television. If you have a television that will accept pure Rgb Scart, like an old CRT, well, all the better, power to you. But unfortunately, I no longer have any of these things, and especially in Canada, we never had Scart. So I need to use that upscaler, and I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Okay. Then I got a bunch of these little guys. What the hell is this? These are actually extension cables for the arcade sticks. I don't remember exactly how large these are, but whatever. They connect into one another. So I basically have, I think it's 6 feet each, I believe. I could be off. So I got 12 feet and 12 feet. That's more than enough to go from, you know, your big screen TV to the sofa, which is exactly what I wanted. And I love the fact that these just plug in and out of the console and of the arcade sticks themselves. It's genius. Okay, and speaking of arcade sticks, I'm going to move this down just a bit, make it easier for me. Okay, everything came wrapped up like this. Now, this particular set is African mahogany, if I'm not mistaken. And here it is. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the grain. I love this. So all of this is authentic arcade parts. You've got, you know, your classic. You listen to these micro switches. That's right. But look at this. Look at the workmanship in this. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This is your start and select buttons. You've got what I was telling you. There's your output that you would connect to the console. I mean, this really is a thing of absolute beauty. If we flip it underneath, you will see the black label. What that means, what black label is it's actually a nice brass tag, believe it or not. What's nice about the black label is that it's basically you can select from a wide variety of domestic woods. Now, I wrote everything down here so I don't lie to you guys. The black label set is $1,299. You can select between, I believe it's 6 or 8 different domestic woods. You get the Consolized MVS, 2 of these arcade sticks. You get the lovely black label tag proving that this is the black label. Then you get this, where is it? You get this right here, the S-Video and composite cable. And you get yourself one lovely little power adapter. Plus you get the 2 of these that will connect your arcade sticks into the console. But because I was doing a review and whatever, and Chris is a super nice guy. If you talk to him, you know, he might make you a nice deal. With us, he threw in like all these extra cables and stuff, and they're not cheap. They go for like $29 each for these individual like video cables. So, and these little guys, let me just flip this around. These extension cables go for $19 each. So yeah, this stuff is not cheap, but like I said, look at this. This is just an absolute gorgeous thing of beauty. Okay, so that's the arcade stick. I've got another one right here. You can buy all of this individually. There is a cheaper route, which I'll talk about in just a second, if you don't feel like spending that kind of money. So here you go. This is the other one. Same exact thing. Look at the, oh, it's just amazing. They've got, I believe it's 5 or 6 coats of lacquer on here, and it feels wonderful. Just can't wait. Anyways, again, with the black label. Now, cheaper route. If you don't want to spend that much money up front, there's another way of doing this. You can, these, where are they? These here are the exact same ports that were on the AES, okay? So what does that mean? Well, it means that if you don't want to buy an arcade stick, let's say you just want the console, and you already have your old AES arcade sticks, you can go ahead and just buy the CMVS, and that costs $649. Now remember, guys, this isn't being mass-produced. This isn't coming out of China or anything like that. No offense at all to any Chinese viewers. But what I mean is this isn't being mass-produced at all. So these are all individually handmade. What you see here is, you know, just someone actually spent the time. I mean, look at this. Look at the quality of this. Now, you might think I'm nuts, but I mean, this is love right here. This is love and devotion. Someone put in so much time and effort into this that you know, unfortunately, yeah, it's going to cost some money. Find an MVS though for under $650. Good luck to you is all I can say. So if you just want the consolized MVS, it's $649, but that does not come with a stick. If you want a stick, these sticks are $199 each. I already said the cables, the audio-video cables, they go for $29 each. The extension cables go for $19 each. And then a virtual memory card put into the console itself. If you don't remember, the Neo Geo actually had memory card capabilities, yes, way back in the early 90s. And so that goes for $39. Now, this black label set, I got absolutely everything, including the virtual memory card in the machine for $1,299. That's US dollars, by the way. So, I mean, I got a lot of extras. I know it's a lot of money. I know people are like, you're crazy. But this to me is well worth the money. And I think it's going to be well worth the money for the channel in particular, because now I get to show you guys a whole bunch of Neo Geo stuff. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. Ooh. Very professional video, as always. So this is it. This is the set. Open this up. And here we have it. This is absolutely amazing, the quality of this. Now, if I can get it out of here, you will soon see. I'm actually buying a new piece of furniture just for my entertainment center, just for this. Here it is. This is the front. There's your 2 controller ports. Like I said, these are the same controller ports that are on the AES. So if you have AES joysticks and you like those joysticks and you don't want to pay extra money for these joysticks, by all means, just use your regular joysticks. Now we're going to do a top view. Look at the grain finish. It's absolutely beautiful. Love this too. Now, what you can't see probably, I don't think this is going to pick up in the camera. No, I don't think it's going to pick it up. Anyways, it says inside there, it actually says the motherboard. It's an SNK, I can't see it. I can't see what it is. Anyways, it's an original MVS motherboard. So let's go around the side here. And then on the back, that's the audio video port I was telling you about. This is your little on-off switch, and that's for the power. And then there you go. And then we're back full circle. And then underneath, we've got, of course, that lovely thing that says Analogue Interactive black label. You got your 2 little vents. And that's pretty much all she wrote. That is the Consolized MVS. It's extremely, extremely gorgeous. This is the nicest looking fan-made product I've ever seen. This is just absolutely beautiful. And I know people are going to say that it's a lot of money, but you have to realize the work that went involved in this, and also just the craftsmanship. This is just absolutely gorgeous. This will look beautiful on my home entertainment system, and I'm just super excited. I cannot wait to fire this bad boy up. Keep in mind, this was not a review. This was simply an overview of the Analogue Interactive Black Label Consolized MVS. I will be doing a full review showing you guys gameplay footage and whatnot in the very near future. But for now, this is the Analogue Interactive Consolized MVS. It comes super highly recommended just based off of the just the quality of the work. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you enjoyed that little overview and that little unboxing. Like I said before, there is a virtual memory card in here. So for games that support the memory card, you can go ahead and save your high scores and things like that. It also has the UniBIOS 3.1, 3.01, I forget what it is. That's why I said this is not really a review. So this console will play all the different games. You will have full access to change the regions so that you'll have blood, and you'll have sometimes it's additional costume characters, you name it, whatever. Sometimes even stages, all kinds of weird stuff. So it's great. So this is basically a universal MVS. So I'm ready to go pick up a whole bunch of games. I got already a couple of games, but need a lot more, like Prehistoric Isle 2. Can't wait. And so, yeah, there you have it, guys. That is the Analogue Interactive Consolized MVS. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And for any Neo Geo fans out there who have experience with this particular model, the Consolized MVS from Analogue Interactive, I'd love to hear what your personal thoughts are. So I'll return soon with a lot more coverage of not only the Consolized MVS from Analogue Interactive, but Neo Geo as a whole. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.